What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. We're in the last video on the Corvette. We replaced the headlight lenses with RL Sebring's direct C6 Corvette replacement lens kit. This time we're going to go over what I did to correct the black paint on this 2007 Z06. It's going to be fairly informative, I hope, and what we ended up with was a really good looking finish and something that honestly I'd be pretty proud of showing to anybody. Obviously we're indoors right now. Outside, there are more defects in the paint, but I've always kind of likened doing this stuff to what Larry from Ammo NYC describes it as, and what you're trying to do is do correction without taking away too much or going too far. There's a little bit of a diminishing return with going crazy with correcting paint, and this was a really good example of that. So he had some very good advice on that, and honestly, it gave me a really nice finish, and I think I'm pretty happy with it overall. But this was the last thing I'm going to do to the Corvette before I list it for sale. You notice that right now it's in my other garage. Usually it's parked in the shop, but I have someone coming to take a look at it. So I've got all the spare parts out that came with the car, and if things go right, he's going to pick it up. So hopefully things go through, but for now, let's go through some quick business. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's take the Corvette and go into the shop with it. The rear quarter panels and whatnot are still older black paint, but for the most part it turned out pretty good. A couple of the products that I used really quick, I used all chemical guys, these Hex Logic pads, and there's cutting, polishing, and a heavy cut pad. Now I used all those and I had pretty good luck with them. The compounds that were sent from Chemical Guys in the kit I have mixed reviews on. I don't know if I'm super happy with any of it, and to be honest, I wish I would have used this Meguiars product from the beginning. Meguiars sells an M105 for a cutting compound and an M205 as kind of a two-part kit, and I wish I would have used that. This 205 took all of the haze out of the paint, and it was easy. It was in one pass, I guess, around the car after I was done with the heavy correction I was doing with the orange pad and like a really heavy cutting compound. But that seemed to work the best for me. If I do it again, I will use Meguiars M105, then 205 to finish up, and it should turn out really good.
All my life, I've been addicted to the
all done with the hatch of the car, and what I ended up doing was 3 stages of compounding. And after looking at the paint closer and closer, I was going to expect to get it to like maybe 90% clarity, and I think I achieved that. Any farther, I suspect I might have been getting pretty deep into the clear coat, but this paint is really hard. I do think I could maybe go a little bit farther, but I'm not a pro at this, so I'm going to err a little bit on the side of caution. And here's what I ended up with. You're going to notice some imperfections in it. It's not going to be perfect, but some of these scratches appear to be fairly deep, and I would have to spend a very long time compounding with my coarsest compound. But as you can see, everything is looking pretty good. There are some scratches in the paint, but again, it's a black car. It's 2007 with like 80,000 miles on it. So what I think I ended up with is right in line with what you would get if you paid most places to correct the paint. I mean, honestly, it looks pretty good in person. On camera, it's probably going to look a little bit better than it does in reality. But what I think I ended up with is about as good of a result as I would like to get out of it. So I did do the roof a couple nights ago. I wanted to do that off camera so I had my compounding process down. I could actually do this roof a little bit better because it's not totally perfect. The hatch actually came out better, but I spent more time on the hatch than the roof. But the biggest things on this car were the hatch, the roof, the hood, and the top of the fenders. So basically any surface that was visible from the top of the car, I mean even the back here. I'll hit this next, but you can see kind of what I'm starting with. Obviously it's a little bit dirty, so maybe it's not the fairest representation of it, but we're kind of going from that to that. So like I said, it's about 90%. People out there may have some input on how to do this a little bit better, but I'm kind of learning as I go, and I really don't want to screw up the paint on the car because it's not that the car is necessarily more expensive to do any repainting on than say that car. The materials and labor should be the same approximately, but I don't want to repaint anything, so I don't want to burn through the clear coat. It's kind of my biggest thing. Now, so we'll hop to another little time lapse and I will finish out the rest of the car. This isn't something that I'm going to totally go over in depth because I've done it before on the Trans Am. So if you wanted to watch that video on the Trans Am, there is a video on this in the channel. It's like 23-hour paint correction on this car because that's about what it took for my buddy Dan and I to do it. Okay, so a quick update on the car. Here I thought that I was pretty much, it's not that I thought, I'd pretty much resigned myself to the fact that I'm going to have a little bit of a haze in the finish. And as you can see, there's a little bit of dirt on it right now. You see how the light's hazy? It'll come a lot cleaner if I actually wipe it off. There's all kinds of fallout on it. Looks pretty good on the door, but when the light actually hits it up high here, there's some haze to it. Now, if you go to the fender, you'll see that, well, you gotta take my word for it. The camera's actually making this look a lot worse than it is. Now, to my eye, this is very dark. It's like rich almost. Might be the exposure on the camera. Maybe up here it'll look darker. No, it still looks a little hazy. Anyways, the fender is very dark. Now, there's a richness to it, there's a little bit of a depth. I mean, maybe I can back up and get a better idea. I'm not going to be able to get you an angle. This is more representative of it, I guess. Yeah, this is more representative of what the fender's like right in here. So, I take my word for it, that's what it looks like all over. you'll see that there's actually a pretty good level of clarity in the fender. I did the hood as well as I could. Again, the lighting is kind of making it look washed out a little bit, and this fender done as good as I could as well. So these are actually looking really good in person, and I did the roof as well on the passenger side with some Meguiar's M205. And even this doesn't do it justice. I don't know, I'll have to play with camera settings or something. It really makes it look white, like the white balance is off or something. I can't even focus on it. It's like a mirror, I guess. You know, the more I look at the video, the less I believe that it actually looks good, but in person, it does look good. So, there's more of a haze on this side, and if you look at the light, maybe that'll be a good way to show you. Now that is way worse than it actually is in the camera. It's not nearly that foggy. I mean, maybe I can manually focus on it for you. Something like that. Okay, so you can see here, you can see the reflection of the light, but it's not perfect. But if I go over here, look how much better it is. And you can really see a level of clarity there that you're not gonna get on this side. Now, there's imperfections in it. I'm not pretending it's perfect. But to get those out, I feel that I'm risking damaging the clear coat. Maybe you can see. See how clear the lights are in there? There's imperfections, like I'm saying, it's not perfect, but it's 100 times better. Now, if I go to this side, see how hazy it is? Look at those little marks in there. Those are actually from the DA and the compound that I was using on it prior. So if I go quick from the driver's side of the roof to the passenger side, you'll probably be able to see the difference that I'm talking about before it focuses or whatever. Way different. Now, I did quite a bit of research last night, and what I ended up finding is that a lot of people recommend this two-step Meguiar's compounding system. Now, I have the second step of it. It's Meguiar's M205. The first step of compounding and buffing is their M105. So, you still need the same combination of orange cutting pads, white buffing pads, and black finishing pads that I've got, but doing 3 steps before didn't do as much as this is doing for the clarity of the paint in like basically a single step. So I'm going to say that doing the 105, 205 system is probably a pretty good way to start out if you're doing this on your own vehicle. So I would say I wasted many hours, but so far it's coming around. Now at the front of the car, you're actually getting a better representation of what the paint really looks like. So you can see it's pretty rich and black. It's looking really good. If I zoom in, it looks like it's going to stay that way. I still have to do the front bumper cover, so you can see it's still a little bit hazy there. But contrast that to the fender if you can. Well, if I get closer, we're going to lose it. The paint in person is not nearly as like faded or grayish as it's kind of looking like on camera. You're just going to have to take my word for it. If I take a picture of it and I put it up, I bet you it's going to look as dark as it really is in person. So I'll put one in here if it turns out like it appears in person. The fender, the hood, and the other fender over here turned out really good. I'm just about to finish the roof. What I'm going to have to do next is actually go over the doors, quarter panel, and top the rear hatch again in the car, which sucks because it's adding some labor to this that I wasn't really hoping to do. I'll have all the 20 plus hours into this again. Alright guys, I'm all done working on it. The car's back down on the ground. I did wipe it down a little bit, and man, this thing shines now with just a little bit of sunshine reflecting off it. I can't wait to get it outside and see exactly what it looks like. But first things first, let's fire it up and pull it out of the garage, and we'll go somewhere and check out what the new headlights and paint correction looks like on the car. So what do you think, guys? Is this something that you'd be willing to take on your own? It was my first experience using Meguiar's M205 product, and it worked awesome. It was really the saving grace of this car, because after using the Chemical Guys polishes that I had, there was a little bit of haziness, and I was kind of chasing my tail on it. But overall, I mean, look at that. I mean, this is really what it looks like in person too. It looks phenomenal. So that Meguiar's product is really good. There are already some love marks from actually just wiping the car down and stuff. So being it's a black car, even if you use your spray waxes and it's well lubricated, it is so hard to keep them perfect. You almost just have to leave them clean, parked in a garage all the time. So you can have it perfectly clean like this and go for a drive on any day, and the back of the car is going to be just full of dust and hazy again, and you got to wipe it down, and it seems like you're chasing your tail on this kind of stuff. But there is nothing like a black car. So that's about all I got to go over in today's video. Right now, the guy is coming to pick it up. It's been for sale for a few days, and this guy is super serious about it. He's traveling to come see it. He's bringing a check, so I would bet odds are this car is going to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed the C6 content. I will get another one at some point, whether it be another Z06 or a ZR1, or maybe we'll get into a C7 Z06 or something really cool like that. But that's all I got for you guys in today's video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions on the products or anything about the car that I did, drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to get back to you guys on it, and we'll see you guys in the next video.